Hello everybody. I'm going to go off the assumption that you have all looked at my PowerPoint and have read over the lesson plan. So what we are going to do here today with my wonderful volunteer is to go over the game, which is Root Uno. The point and the object of this is to be able basically to identify like root words. The words I am using specifically are multi-syllables and they have suffixes added to them with similar or same root words. So I'm going to start with my volunteer who is going to be playing a third, fourth, or fifth grader. First thing that we do is mix the word cards to make sure everything is mixed up. Now, if you looked at my PowerPoint or my lesson plan, you could see the exact words that we are using and the exact root words. Now, we should have gone over all of these before we are playing this game, and we should have already practiced this. So, you can do this with a pair of students or with one teacher and one student, so one-on-one. So after the cards are mixed up, and I'm a horrible shuffler, as you can see. Thank you, volunteer. Each student gets 5 root cards. Now within the deck itself, there are also 8 cards that state change root. Just like in Uno, if somebody gets stuck and they do not have a card with a similar root, and they find a change root card, they could change it to a different root. So, I will begin, and I'm looking at my cards. And we will be taking turns. Student 1, which is going to be me, I'm going to place a face card on the table, and this will form the discard pile. Alright, then student 2 will read the word out loud, identify the root, and place another card with the same root face up on top of the card that I just placed. Now, if student 2 does not have a word with the same root, they need to select a card from the stack until they find a card with the same root. Then they need to repeat that. This basically continues until one student runs out of cards. So, I am starting off with racing, and the root word would be race.
Joke's on you. I have a change root, and I'm going to change it to smiling, which the root is smile.
And I do not have a card, unfortunately, with the root smile, but I do have a change root card. So I am going to change the root to frying, where the root word is fry.
I don't have that, so I'm just going to keep drawing until I have something close, or just, root fry, or a change whatever.
Obviously not well shuffled. Teacher might be winning. Oh,
great. Change root. Finally. Let's see what I have the most of. I'm just gonna guess and say,
you have to show it.
Right, yeah. Hopped, and the root is hop.
And I do not have a word. So I'm going to draw, and luckily I got the word hopping, where the root is hop.
I should have chose baking.
Well, that's something that you learn.
Oh,
Because you have the majority of the cards with the root word of what?
something.
Bake.
I'm not telling you. Oh my gosh, I have hopper.
And I do not have another hop.
Just keep going.
I am
Just keep going.
going. See, it evens out.
Good.
Whoops. And I have a change root card. And I am going to change to attraction, where the root word is attract.
Just wait a second. I got attractive.
And then I have attracted.
And I have failure eraser. Oh, I have changed roots. So I'm going to change it to baker.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good, I
What's
know.
the root of baker?
Bake.
Okay, you have to remember to do that.
It's pretty hard for a fifth grader, Mom.
And I have change root.
No.
I'm going to change it to, one more time, happier, where the root word is happy.
Happiest.
And then I will find one with the root word of happy, which is happily. And we're going to stop right there.
Oh.
So you can see the basics of being to identify root words, similar root words with affixes that are added to them. Now, in addition to just doing suffixes, you could add also prefixes so that it becomes a little more complicated, but they need to be able to identify these root words